Welcome to the All Need Music Podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Jesse.
And we are back again.
Drum roll, please. CMA Awards nominees.
That was extra.
You know it. I
So,
got my Hardy shirt on, so I got to be extra.
Hardly?
Yeah.
I
couldn't find my glasses.
Couldn't find your beard dye either, huh?
No, I would have had to shave this.
Oh, about to drop my water bottle.
Looks like you found your Santa Claus beard dye.
I did. Getting ready. It's getting closer to December.
Until it got like 85 degrees today.
Hey, we didn't get that warm up here. We got to like 70.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't quite 85. It was like 79 though.
That ain't bad.
Felt like it.
Right.
It's supposed to be like this whole week here is like 82, 83. I'm like,
nice.
I thought it was just time for jean weather and like it was nice. Jeans and boots. Now I'm to cutoffs, shorts, and flip-flops again. Like I'm living in Alabama.
Right.
Yeah.
Good deal. So yeah, CMA Awards released their nominees, and we're going to go through the categories.
We have 69 days, 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 58 seconds until the CMA Awards.
54 seconds.
52 seconds.
50 seconds.
Are we just going to do a countdown on here?
Yeah. We'll just run it for...
Tune in every day for the next 69 days.
Yep. We're just going to stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of us, you can go nap. I'll keep counting down. Then I'll go nap. You can keep counting down.
There you go.
We
should be live streaming this then.
That would be the worst podcast ever. Like, what are these idiots doing? Like, they're counting down to CMA Awards. You know what, though? That might actually, like, the CMA Awards might be like, we're going to bring these dudes here. Like, that was some dedication.
Right. They didn't do anything for 69 days.
Right. Just counted it down. We love CMA Fest, so why not rock the CMA Award countdown? Sounds like a plan to me. Actually, that would be terrible. That would be absolutely awful.
Yeah, because that gets in the way of hunting season.
And concerts. It's concert season too.
That's true. Except for, do you know what? We're not even going to be able to watch the CMA Awards.
November 19th.
We're giving away tickets to Black Hawk, baby.
Oh, yeah. That is November 19th.
Venue Event Center.
That's right.
November 19th. You guys keep watching the socials on here because we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets.
We've already got a post on the Facebooks.
Yep.
And the Instagrams. So, yeah, check it out.
So we're going to have to watch the CMA Awards on record.
Yeah. That's fine.
Or we'll sit here and watch Black Hawk with our phone like this. People will think we're taking video of Black Hawk like you normally do, but we'll just be watching the CMA Awards.
I typically only do like a video and some pictures of each artist just so I can relive it when I'm not able to go to concerts for a period of time. That's how I get my fix.
Yeah.
It's part of the 2-step program.
First step, go to concerts. Second step, watch old concerts.
Yep.
Third step, go to more concerts.
Exactly. Rinse and repeat. So, music video of the year.
Oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right, so I'll do the honors. So for the video or music video of the year, nominees are Megan Maroney, Am I Okay? We got Kojo and Carrie Underwood, I'm Gonna Love You.
Are you?
Yeah. We got our girl Lainey Wilson with Chicken Over Alfredo or Somewhere Over Laredo.
Yep.
We got Stapleton, Think I'm in Love with You. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A lot of love songs in this.
Yeah.
And then our other girl and dude, you got Duckman and Ella Langley with You Look Like You Love Me.
I do.
I know. I'm going to love you, and I'm okay. And I think I'm in love with you, but usually I'm somewhere over Laredo.
Oh. You could
See what I did
still
there?
you could still look like you love me over Laredo.
That's true.
It's a thing. So since you read the category,
You
you
get
get.
first pick.
Oh, I get first.
I get first pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you read it, you get first pick. If you don't read it, you get second pick. How's that?
All right, you writing these picks down so that way we can compare and contrast in 69 days, 1 hour, 1 minute, and 47 seconds?
Photographic memory.
All right. So I think this is a tough one. I think I'm in love with you. I mean, we've talked about this in other award shows. I mean, it's always a hard thing to rule out Stapleton when it's in he's in any category. Same thing.
Same with Laney though.
Lainey Wilson, same exact thing. You Look Like You Love Me, Ella Green or Ella Langley, Ella Green. Whoa, I didn't say that. Maroney, don't get mad at me. They've won a ton of awards in the last few shows that they've done with that song. Megan Maroney, she's on a hot streak right now. Picked up her first VMA award the other day. So, yeah, this is a tough category. And then you got two mega stars with Kojo and Carrie Underwood. So I'm going to go with Ella and Riley riding that wave. And the reason that I'm choosing that one over all the rest of them is because our boy made a video appearance in that music video. Jamie Johnson came rolling in with the big beard. That's what Matt's going for right now. You got to grow the hair out, though. But Jamie Johnson's in that music video, so I'm going to go with that one as a music video of the year.
So growing the hair out's not an option, and I can't handle it.
We'll get you a wig.
I can't do long on the sides. I'm constantly trimming that down. I don't care how long this goes, but so yeah, I can never pull off the full Jamie Johnson. But
what kind of fan are you?
The best, only the best. Man, I'm kind of there with you on that, but I'm kind of like with them winning last year with that song, are people still going to be, voting for it? Are CMA members going to still be voting for it? Or, Megan Maroney has not really had her time to shine on the Country Music Awards.
Right.
And so I'm leaning towards Megan Maroney on this one.
Maroney versus Langley.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way with that. You Look Like You Love Me. That seems like it was a last year song. I'm Gonna Love You with Kojo and Carrie's kind of last year.
It was nominated last year too.
Right. And Am I Okay even, Maroney, that was a song that's been out for a while. Somewhere Over Laredo, that's probably the newest song out of there. So it's like, are they going to go with the newest, most, played one? Because if you look you watch like the CMT like weekly countdown and stuff, like Somewhere Over Laredo is still being played. None of those other ones are really being played anymore. In the top 20 at least, because there's so many other artists out there. But so yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but
only time will tell.
So Maroney versus Langley.
69 days, 58 minutes, and 18 seconds.
Yep.
We'll know. All right, so
on to the next.
Yeah. This is musical event of the year. And we've got Don't Mind If I Do, again,
Don't Mind
with
If
Riley
I Do.
Duckman and Ella Langley.
Ella Bangley.
You can't talk like that.
It's because of her bangs.
Oh.
You never heard that?
Any rate, Hard Fought Hallelujah with Brandon Lake and Jelly Roll. I'm Gonna Love You, Kojo and Carrie Underwood. Pour Me a Drink with Posty and Blake Shelton.
Drink.
And You Had to Be There, Megan Maroney and Kenny Chesney.
So what I don't necessarily love about this category is if it's the music event of a year, shouldn't that be like them performing that at a certain location? Yeah. Like it seemed like last year it was like Jelly Roll's performance at the CMA Awards last year, or the AMCs or something like that. That was the event, but none of these categories have like it was that event at a certain venue or a certain
I think it's just broadly
right that, all the times that they've performed it.
Yeah. And
all right, who you going with?
I feel like Hard Fought Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that. I dig that performance by the two of them. I mean, it's taking you to church 100%.
Right. Oh yeah.
And
church.
And maybe it's because I think that's what the world needs a little bit of right now. Is a little hard fought hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hell yeah.
So that's where I'm putting my money at.
Okay. I'm gonna go with You Had to Be There, Maroney's and Chesney. Okay. And I'm more thinking of this as like a performance. And I don't know if you caught any of those videos or anything when Chesney had he was like the first guy to do the Sphere this year.
Yep.
Like a residency or something. And Maroney came out on opening night when he did that, and they did that performance there.
Right.
And that was awesome. Like the Sphere in itself is freaking cool as can be. So I'm going to go with that one just because out of all those performances that I've seen, I kind of picked of like where I seen them perform these at.
Yeah.
And that was one of them that just stuck with me. Chesney's performance at the Sphere. I would have killed to gone to that. And then to have Maroney there on that first night. So I'm going to go with that one.
All right. So we got Jelly Roll and Brandon Lake versus Megan Maroney and Kenny Chesney.
All right.
If they fight it out, we're winning. You're losing.
I mean, Jelly Roll's down to about the size of Kenny Chesney these days.
Right.
So we don't have no weight to throw around. They're probably about both the same height, like 5'4" or something. I think Maroney could take Brandon Lake, though.
We're going to have Justin Moore come and be the referee.
That would be funny.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy.
All right. So now we're going to get into Song of the Year. So nominees for Song of the Year, we got 4x4 by You, Lainey Wilson. We have Maroney's again with Am I Okay?
Yep.
We got The Man, Zach Top with I Never Lie. We got little Blake Shelton with Texas. And we got Duckman and Ella again with You Look Like You Love Me. So seems like Ella and Maroney's are fighting it out in every category. So
you see where Riley's at every time.
Yep. So
sorry, Megan.
So Song of the Year, it was not even a choice for me. All those other songs are phenomenal. I love them all, but I'm going with Zach Top with I Never Lie. I think that was kind of his breakout song.
Yeah.
You know, he's been killing it for a while, but that was kind of the song that kind of, I think, catapulted him into, like, people were like, whoa, like, okay, this dude's legit. So
right.
I think I got to go with that one because, I mean, for people that didn't know who Zach Top were before, one, you're idiots. But two, like, once that song came out, everybody knew who Zach Top was at that point. So
yeah.
So
and for me, I'm going same damn spot. I just don't see, as popular as some of those other songs were. I think you hit the nail on the head that, that song not only put him on the map for people that didn't know him, I think that, that got people talking again about that traditional kind of country sound being mainstream again.
Right.
And I think that of all of those songs, that one kind of transcends generations, because even my dad, who says they haven't made any real country, since the 90s, I played Zach Top for him, and he's like, all right, well, maybe they have.
Right.
So
they are now. They are now. Right.
So, you're talking spanning generations, and I just don't, as good as those other songs are, none of them do that.
Right.
And so I think it's going to be Zach Top.
Right. Yeah. And that's what's so amazing about him. Not only is he a hell of a guitar player, great songwriter, he just is, he's Alan Jackson's son, and, he's bringing back that kind of 90s country, like 80s and 90s, and sticking true to his guns. He's not doing like going all crazy now that he's, in the spotlight. He's kind of sticking to that, so yeah, big things coming. So hopefully that's his first CMA award right there.
Right. So if by chance it's not, the next category is Single of the Year, and we've got a lot of the same, right? It's almost the exact same category.
Right.
So you've got Laney with 4x4 by You. The outlier, I guess, is going to be Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, Luke Combs.
Right. Instead of Blake Shelton, Texas, it's Luke Combs.
And then Am I Okay, Megan Maroney, I Never Lie, Zach Top, and You Look Like You Love Me with Ella and Riley. And I'm going to stray on this one, and only because it's such a freaking banger.
Nope, I already claimed that one.
Ain't No Love in Oklahoma.
Yep. That hands down, that's, Zach Top comes on, 4x4 by You comes on, Am I Okay, You Look Like You Love Me. All those, they come on, and I sing right along with them. But when Ain't No Love in Oklahoma comes on, it's like instantly like you just get going, and you just yeah.
Yeah, I'm not singing along. I'm like yelling along.
Right.
You see me driving through town with that on, you're probably looking at me in my truck like, is that dude okay?
Right.
Does he got Tourette's or something? What's going on over there?
Right. I'm driving my truck, and I'm like, how do I get the downriggers on my truck to drive into a tornado right now?
Right.
Drive into a twister, because I want to do that. So yeah, that song is so powerful. As many bangers and great songs that Luke Combs has put out, I go back and forth with it all the time with all the great songs he's put out, but it's like that one right there just gets me going.
Yeah, I feel like it's his heaviest song.
Yeah.
That's kind of charted anyway.
Right.
And for me, the great thing is like it really shows his abilities, because he can sing, that soft, slower melody kind of stuff, but then you can bring out that electric guitar and just start going hard as hell. And, not everyone can do that. So,
right. Yeah. And Luke, like I said, he's had so many great ones, and I'll bring it back to my boy, Upchurch, when him and Luke Combs, kind of got on the map with Outlaw, and Luke Combs went real hard in that. And I was so stoked that he got to go hard again, because like you said, he's kind of been, he sings bangers and stuff like that, but he hasn't gone hard since, that Outlaw song that he sang with Church back in the day. And so it was kind of like, yeah, finally he's back.
Yeah.
So let the hoss put some pipes out.
Right.
So, all right. Well, we agreed again. So, all right. So now on to new artist of the year. So this one right here, we're going with our girl Ella Langley. Somebody that shouldn't be in this category. We got our boy Zach Top. We got a new guy coming along. We got Morgan Wallen Wish version, Tucker Wetmore.
Jesus Christ.
Or was he Morgan Wallen Timu edition? Red Farron was Wish edition.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tucker Wetmore. And then we have Steven Wilson Jr., which is a guy that he's kind of making waves right now. He's been
that dude.
Yeah. He's. I'm glad that he's, getting into this where a category that, like, to be honest, I didn't expect him to get a nomination this year for that.
So the wild thing is like he's literally. I mean, I have to look it up, but he's got to be close to old enough to be all of their dads.
Oh yeah,
and he's been new artist of the year,
right? And he's
like,
been around.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's been doing music for a long time, but it's kind of like
how old he is.
It's breakthrough year. Shabuzi was the other nomination of new artist of the year. Yeah.
Let's see here.
We don't like to talk bad about artists, but I did not care for watching my football this past Sunday and seeing that he replaced Carrie Underwood from last year and Hank Williams, the classic. But that's neither here nor there.
All right. So Steven Wilson Jr. is 46. Tucker Wetmore's 25. So he's old enough to be his dad.
Yeah. I think Zach Top's like 27, 28.
Let's see. 27.
27. Shabuzi's probably like 48.
30.
30.
So, I mean, if he would have had a kid in high school, he could be Shabuzi's dad. Would have had to been 16, but still possible.
Yeah.
And Ella's 26. So, yeah, I mean, really, other than Shabuzi, he's old enough to be the dad of all of them.
Right.
And technically he could, And I know you're not a big fan of Shabuzi. I don't mind the guy at all. I think he's actually got better music than what put his name on the map. Bar Song is really what made him a name that people recognize.
Household name.
And he's got, in my opinion, several songs that are way better than that. But
every song he has is better than that.
But the thing is that song, you can't deny the amount of time it's spent on the charts. And how he's not won an award is actually surprising to me. So I do think that, at least nominating the guy is better than nothing, considering a year ago he probably should have gotten an award for single of the year or something along those lines with Bar Song, just because of how it dominated the charts.
Right.
So,
and I think the reason why it did dominate the charts so much is for the same reason that I don't necessarily care for him. Musician wise,
spit it out.
I was going to say musician wise, he's a talented guy. I just don't feel that he's country music in that aspect. So in other genres, like, he would probably get awards and stuff. And I think that's why he did so well in that. It's because there was people that don't even listen to country music and they heard that song and they instantly remember, Jaquan and everybody in the bar getting tipsy, and everybody knew that song back in the day. It didn't matter what genre of music you listened to.
Right.
And so it was a play on that. And so you had all these people that maybe didn't really necessarily listen to country, and they heard that song because it was played on country radio, it was played on rock radio, it was played on new age music, it was played on every platform. So it was a very, widely played song. So
which I would argue is hugely successful if it can cross all genres, on radio airplay.
Right.
And I do think that a number of his songs that he's got, other than that, and we can get into that all day long. I was actually just talking with my mom about that earlier today. The
she
amount of people.
Shabuzi either, does she?
No. I was say the amount of people. No, she actually messaged me and she was like, "Man, I follow a lot of country pages, and there's a lot of people that are dogging on Jelly Roll and Morgan Wallen for not being country." And so, and that goes back to like the bro country stuff with Florida Georgia Line and people saying that they weren't country. Right. And so, to me, it's like, I've always been a Colt Ford fan, right? And there's plenty of people who'll say Colt Ford ain't country. I would argue
they're idiots.
I would argue, listen to the lyrics, right? The lyrics are a country song,
right?
So, and he's telling
stories. Just because he's more hardcore and rocky with it,
or rappy with it,
or rappy, which is, right?
And so to me, I think there's room for everybody, regardless of the styles, to make good music. And if you chart songs and they spend as much time at the top as they do, I feel like you should get some recognition for it. But we've gone down.
You think Beyonce should be nominated, huh? Crickets. Somebody cue the crickets in the Crickbank Choir.
Everybody look over there. Look over there. Look that way. I
saw that.
So, any rate, back to the category, because we went down a rabbit hole again. And so, new artist of the year, you read out the categories, so you get the pick.
So I am going to go tough one. And to be honest, as much as I love Ella Langley and I want to see her win every award, I think that last year was kind of, and this is where we kind of got into it before, of when do they classify the timetable of this, because I think that last year is when Ella, and that's when she was winning a bunch of awards and everything like that. I think she's one of the most dominant artists of the year because on top of, You Look Like You Love Me, she's just been putting out great music that are charting super high. And, like people finally realized like, God, we should have listened to Matt and Jesse a long time ago when this girl, came out.
Yeah, a couple years ago, for sure.
Right. So as much as I'd like to see her, I still think that I'm going to go with Zach Top on this one because I do believe that it was last year when he kind of, when he came out with one song and now he's had 7 or 8 bangers after that and like he's dominating right now. I think that he should be the new artist of the year because he's got like a full year of like, hey, I'm here and I'm here to stay.
Right. Yeah. So I'm actually going to agree with you again. I love Ella. Tucker Wetmore's great.
He was a close second. Steven Wilson was a close third.
I've already made my argument for, Shabuzi needing some recognition for what he's done.
Hey, look right here.
Steven Wilson Jr., man, that dude, he can just sing. And the problem is even though I've been following him for a while,
I think he's too new right now.
Right. He's not become a household name.
Right.
And I think that the way these categories typically work is you kind of have to become a household name. Mm-hmm. Before you get the nod in a category like this.
Right.
And so
I think Tucker Wetmore's right there with him. I think he's phenomenal and he has been putting out songs, but he hasn't been, it was kind of like, hey, he put out one song and it was like, oh, he's the Temu version of Morgan Wallen because he kind of sounds like Morgan Wallen, just like Red Farron does. and he's killing it right now, but he just is now coming into his own to where he's consistently good.
Yeah. See, and I won't do the Timu thing. I feel like that's an insult. He probably hates shit like that getting compared. He definitely does sound like him, and so does Red Farron. And when I first introduced you to Red Farron, I was like, who is this? And you said that it was Morgan Wallen. And, that's everyone that I played Red Farron for when I first heard him thought the same thing.
Jack and Diet Coke, Jack and Diet Coke.
So you definitely,
I figured it was Morgan Wallen because Morgan Wallen drinks Jack and Diet Cokes in Chuck's chair. So I just figured, well, not anymore.
Right. So, Zach Top has kind of hit that threshold where all of these awards, and we've talked about it before, seem to lag a little bit from, initially, like the thought would have been last year, like that's a new artist last year.
Right.
Not so much this year, but the way that they do these, I definitely think it's going to be Zach Top as well.
Right. Yeah. If this was last year, it would Ella Langley 100% hands down. Which, did she get New Artist of the Year last year?
I'd have to go back and look. I think she got, I think maybe she did. I think that was one of the ones she got.
Right. And so that's why it's so weird of like, or at least she was nominated. So it's like, how do you get nominated 2 years in a row for the same, you could be best song of the year or best performance, but to be a new artist, like I feel like last year she got nominated. So,
right. Yeah. And so that, leading into the next category, that's actually a really good point, right? So the next category is Vocal Duo of the Year. And you've got the War and Treaty, Maddie and Tay, Dan and Shay, Brothers Osborne, and Brooks and Dunn. And, this is
pretty much the exact same as last year.
Right. I would say, I hate to say it, but it feels just recycled. Mm-hmm. And, I made the argument last year that it's hard to say that anybody else other than Brooks and Dunn gets it.
Right.
And that's kind of the problem with these award shows, right? Is that they, I don't know, like to me, it's disappointing really to see the same thing over and over and over because, we're into so much different music than just the mainstream stuff, and so, we're big fans of guys that aren't on this list and wouldn't be because of the way that the industry is, guys like Boomtown Saints that, are phenomenal.
Bloodline.
Or Low Cash, I've been a Low Cash fan for a long time and
Neon Union.
They've had number one songs in the last year, Low Cash has. Right. And where are they at on here? And nothing against anybody that's on here, but has Warren Treaty had a number one in the last year? Has Dan and Shay had a number one in the last year? Has Maddie and Tay had a number one in the last year? And so I have a hard time, and that's not like a dig at any of them because they're all great.
Right.
But to me, there should be a set of criteria that has to be met.
Right. Like you have to put out a new song and it has to chart so high or
right. Yeah.
Or whatever. So many streams or.
Yeah. Not just like we're going to, do some horse trading behind the scenes between my record label and your record label. And you get everybody at your office to vote for my guy in this category. And I'll get everyone at my office to vote for your guy at that category to nominate him or whatever. Right. And you end up with a lot of the same stuff. And, it just gets to be frustrating. And I say that as a fan, I can't imagine the frustration that artists must feel.
Right. Oh, yeah.
When they're like, man, I've been out here busting my ass. Not that they all don't, because they all do.
Oh, yeah.
But I actually had some success with a song this year or something. And I don't get nothing. And
maybe get nominated,
and maybe someone else does because they've been a name a little while longer or been popular a little while longer.
Well, they're that household name. Everybody knows these duos right here. Like,
right. But, to me, not everyone even remembers names. I mean, I go to our friends, and Carl and Dan and Megan and even you sometimes, where it's like the song, but you don't know who it is.
Sure. Oh,
I'm a weirdo, so even if I don't know who it is, like when I hear it, I'm like, who the hell is this? I got to look it up and see who it is.
I got to find out where they were born.
Right. What else did
What's
they
their
write?
mom's name?
Yeah.
What did they eat for lunch in 3rd grade on December 24th?
Yep. Where were they at when they wrote this song? Who were they with? What was the weather like that day? I'm a weirdo. That's fine. I can accept that. But
well, and then at the same point too, like, so it's vocal duo of the year. Do you have to be a group, like a consistent group to get this? So Carrie Underwood and Kojo, they've got nominated. They've already had 2 nominations.
The difference is a duet is doing a song together. A duo is
a
long-term performing together, and then a group would be more than 2.
Right.
So when you get into like the Old Dominions and whatnot, because there's more than 2 of them,
right,
then they're in a category for a group instead of a duo.
Right.
But I don't know. It's disappointing, with these award shows when, if we were to pull up everything from last year, I'd be willing to bet somewhere in the neighborhood of 80% of the same artists, maybe more, maybe 90% of the same artists are nominated this year that were nominated last year. And, I'm not by any means a participation trophy guy at all, but let's be honest, there's more than what they give you year after year after year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, absolutely.
On that note, vocal duo of the year. And I know last year I said, you can't really go against Brooks and Dunn.
I think we both chose Brooks and Dunn last year, and
we did, and they won.
Right. So
I'm gonna stray from that this year. And I think I'm doing it maybe in a hopeful way that we just kind of shake things up. And I'm going to say Brothers Osborne.
I already chose that.
No, you didn't. I got to go first.
Brothers Osborne's latest song that they put out, and I've been thinking about this, and I'm like completely drawing a blank on it. Like it sounds just like it sounds to me like I thought Toby Keith was singing it. Gosh, I can't even think of the words to it right now, but it's just a great song. It reminds me of, like we were talking about Luke Combs and Ain't No Lovin' in Oklahoma, of every time it comes on, I just kind of get pumped up and everything. But that song just was released like maybe a month ago.
Finish This Drink?
Yeah, Finish This Drink.
It came out April.
Was it April?
Yeah.
Gosh, didn't seem like it was that long ago. But so it's like that song right there alone is why I want Brothers Osborne to win it. And that's why I was going to take them for it. But it's like, for some reason, I thought it was just like a month or two ago. So yeah, it's kind of skewed on the timelines of it. So, and Brooks and Dunn, I know they put out some songs last year. They did a song with Jelly Roll, and they did some other songs, but that was last year. And that's why I thought that they should have won it last year. And because it's hard to go against Brooks and Dunn, but yeah. I'm gonna have to go with you on this, and I'm gonna go the same as Brothers Osborne.
And they may very well win again this year.
Right?
They're one of those. It's kind of like going up against Stapleton, right? Like no matter what, like
right,
it's a tough category when certain people are there, and that's where I'm like, let somebody else in. Open the door. Let some other people in that are performing still at a high level and putting out songs that are charting. They deserve to be there too.
Right. Put Boomtown in there, and you guys watch a performance of them, and nothing against Brooks and Dunn by any means necessary, but you watch a Brooks and Dunn show and you watch a Boomtown Saints show, and your energy that's coming from Boomtown is going to blow the doors off of anybody in that category. So
yeah, and Low Cash is the same way.
Yeah, Low
very
Cash,
high energy.
Muscadine bloodline, high energy, like, so.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It is what it is.
All right, so let's move on now. Instead of duo of the year, we're going to go vocal group of the year. So we have Lady A, we have Little Big Town, Old Dominion, Rascal Flats, and our outside liar, Red Clay Strays. So so glad that they got in on it, because if you guys haven't seen a Red Clay Strays performance, their songs are great. When I listen to their songs, like on Spotify and stuff like that, it's like, these are great songs. But when you watch them perform, they're one of those that you have to see them perform. You have to watch them live. Like, they played at the CMA Fest this past year, and we were actually up on the bridge. We were actually right down at Nissan listening to them outside, but then went up on the bridge and caught it. But then when we watched the CMA Fest recap, I'm like, damn it, I wish I was up there on the bridge the whole time watching them, because they're just amazing, like, performers, like, so fun to watch. So you can't take away from anybody else in this group. I mean, Old Dominion has dominated this category, I don't know how many times in the last
23 years. I don't know.
Right.
No, it hasn't been that long. I think it's been 12 or 13 that they've been around, like,
right. But it seems like the last
5 or 6, I think
5 or 6, they were like the biggest thing. And I mean, they should be. Before them, though, I mean, Little Big Town has been around forever. Lady A's been around forever. Lady A just, started a tour again with Little Big Town this past year. So it's hard to take away from them. And then Rascal Flats has been around forever and has dominated this category, long before any of those were around.
Yeah.
So hard category again. I'm going, though, with Red Clay Strays, just because I think that the rest of them, they've had their fill. Let the new guy on the block come around. And again, I've seen all those other people perform. I've seen them perform live. I've seen them in concert. Red Clay Strays, though, I think that performance, like, dominates all of the other performances. So I'm going with that.
So I would love to see the Red Clay Strays win.
But I'm going with Rascal Flats because of my lady.
No, I'm not doing that either. I feel like, as much as I complain about the problems with these award shows,
you're going with Old Dominion because they were on a naval carrier.
No, it's because these shows are predictable in some way. And as much as I want for it to be something different,
it's not going to be.
I feel like I set myself up, and I did that last year when we did this, and it was like, this person should win. This person should win. And I would go against, like, what my gut told me that was going to happen, because I just wanted it to be something different. I didn't want it to feel as, it starts to feel almost scripted, right?
Oh, yeah.
In that you're going to put it out and I can go through it and be like, oh, they're going to win, they're going to win, they're going to win, they're going to win.
Right.
And so I got to say Old Dominion, just because they just keep winning year after year after year. And they're great and super deserving of awards. I would just love to see the torch passed. I would love to see the Red Clay Strays get it. My gut's telling me that they're going to give it to Old Dominion again.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, I mean, Lady A, Little Big Town, and Rascal Flats, like, they do great. I think they have all put out new music recently, but I don't think they've put out as much as Old Dominion has in this past year and dominated the charts like they have. I mean, again, you go back to, I watch a lot of the CMA countdown or CMT countdowns on the weekends, and, that performance on the, what is it, Coming Home or something, or Coming Home from War.
Oh, yeah.
With Old Dominion performing on that, big old ship out in the ocean they flew in. That was a cool ass performance. And that video dominated. I think it's still on the countdown right now.
Yeah.
It's been on there forever. But yeah, they just keep putting out songs, and very well deserving of it. So
yeah,
I don't think you're far off with that.
All right, so we're moving on to male vocalist of the year.
Yeah.
And man, if this was a fantasy country,
close your eyes and throw a dart.
Yeah, I would say if this was your fantasy country music team,
right?
You're going to the World Series every year and winning.
Right.
You got Luke Combs, Kojo, Stapleton, Zach Top, and Morgan Wallen. Like,
yeah,
what? Like,
yeah.
how do you pick one?
Right.
And you could make the argument for every single one of them.
Oh,
every single one of them.
Yeah, easily.
And so I'm like, I don't know. If I go with I just feel defeated now, honestly. I just feel defeated. Because I feel like they're going to pick who they're going to fucking pick. Right.
Yeah.
And, doesn't matter sometimes who might deserve it this year over a previous year. Mm-hmm. They're just going to pick who they're going to pick. And so, and I hate that I'm doing this because I just did it with the last category too, where I'm like, somebody else should get it. But, again, Stapleton, they give the guy everything. And he's great. He really is great. But so is Cody Johnson. So is
every other one.
Luke Combs. So is Zach Top.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Morgan Wallen puts out 37 damn songs.
Right.
Like, that alone, to me, should win. Like, that's an incredible feat to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you think historically an album's been, 12 songs.
Right.
This guy put out 3 albums at the same time.
Right.
and I think he charted 36 of them.
Every one of them charted in the top 100, and like over half of them were in the top 25. There was at one point he had number 1 through number 10 on the charts from that album alone. And it's like, how do you do that?
Right.
You have number 1, number 2, number 3, like.
So, it should be Morgan Wallen. They've just kind of snubbed him over the years, and it's just been the last 2 that they've finally even started nominating him in anything.
Right. And I think that he was kind of going outlaw country there for a while. He was kind of making bad decisions, getting in trouble, and they kind of just like, but it seems like now he kind of went on that sober kick, and he's just been crushing it.
Yeah, he has. I mean, the guy, as much as I love everyone else, like, he should win based on what the last year has been for him.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that it happens.
Right.
I feel like they're still going to give it to Stapleton.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and like you said, this one right here is where you can just close your eyes and throw a dart, and whoever it lands on, you can make an argument why they should get it.
Yeah.
I absolutely want Kojo to get it because I think this past year he has put out, not that he hasn't put out like great music in the past, but it seems like everything he's been putting out lately is just crazy good. But then, like you said, Morgan Wallen, 37 songs, 36 chart. I think it was like 16 in the top 25. And, so it's, and then at the same time, Zach Top has been dominating. He's kind of that new sound of country music that I absolutely want. And then Luke Combs, everything he does now too is just like, damn, like, just when you thought he
turns to gold.
Yeah, just when you thought he couldn't get better, he does something different, and it's like, shit, he can do that too. He can do this now. He can do that.
Right.
Stapleton, it's not to take anything away from Stapleton. Everything he does is just above bar great.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's like up here and nothing's down here. It's just the standard. He's like the standard of greatness.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a George Strait kind of, you know, just so tough one. I'm going Zach Top.
All right.
Just to be different.
All right.
Wishful thinking.
There you
Probably
go.
not going to happen.
Nope.
So, all right. So now we're going to move into pretty much the almost exact same category as far as close your eyes and throw a dart.
Yep.
Female vocalist of the year. So you got Lainey Wilson, Megan Maroney, Ella Langley, Miranda Lambert, and Kelsey Ballerini.
Yeah.
So I think of all of them, and again, this is not taking anything away from anybody. I think the outlier of this group is Kelsey Ballerini.
Yeah.
Not to say that she doesn't do great stuff. I don't think she has been as consistent this past year on putting out as many great songs back to back to back to back as the other, four in the category. And even Miranda Lambert, who I'm a huge Miranda Lambert fan, and she's kind of like making this comeback. She's done songs with Lainey and Dolly. She's supporting Ella Langley. You know, she's kind of getting back into it. She's on tour again, where she kind of took a hiatus for a little bit there. Hard to go. She's kind of like a Stapleton. Hard to go against Miranda Lambert. She's one of the most nominated female musicians of all time.
Yeah.
And, and now she's back in the mix. But the three that stand out, Ella, Megan, and Lainey, are, I think they're tied, the three of them, with the most nominees for the CMA Awards this year, even more so than the guys. I think they have 6 nominees each. So those three right there kind of stand out. Ella Langley.
All right.
I'm going with that. I think that she, Lainey's great, Megan Maroney's great, Miranda's great, Kelsey Ballerini's great, but I think once Ella hit that step of You Look Like You Love Me, and she gained a lot of popularity from there, everything she's put out since then, chart topping, like she's a household name, like, so got to go with her.
I would say that the big difference between her and Lainey is Ella's still here and Lainey's still here. Lainey's doing those stadium shows. Ella's not there yet.
She'll get there.
Oh, she definitely will. 100%.
Right.
And so I think again they're gonna go with Lainey.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
I think she's still
Lainey's
got
stuff that no other. I mean, not since Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, Trisha Yearwood, and them. Like, she's doing stuff.
Yeah, she's got a few more years, I think, of dominating this category.
Yeah.
Before you see a slide at all, and so
once she gets married, we'll see then.
Right? Who knows? So yeah, I'm going with Lainey.
All right.
And then we're on to Album of the Year. Am I Okay? Megan Maroney. Cold Beer and Country Music. Zach Top. F1 Trillion. Posty. I'm the Problem. Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, you are.
And Whirlwind. Lainey Wilson.
Dead air.
Yeah. I just find myself more and more like thinking, okay, not necessarily what you would do, Matt. What is the CMAs going to do? And I think that the CMAs are going to go with Lainey again on this one.
It's a good one. What would Matt do?
I'd honestly be torn, really. Cold Beer and Country Music is a phenomenal album. But again, on the problem, is insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I'd be really torn personally between those two. And I love Post Malone too, and Megan Maroney's great. And Post Malone will get his time to shine. I think we're probably still another year out from that with
Right.
Post Malone. But yeah, I think they're going to give it to Laney. I would personally be torn between the great songs on Cold Beer and Country Music and the sheer volume of not just volume of songs, but volumes of chart topping songs on the problem. So that's where I would be stuck.
Yeah, and this is one of those categories too. Like if I try to find an outlier, I think the F1 Trillion album, again, I think that was an album from like last year to where that was like pretty dominant when it came out. Post was like the new thing. Not to take anything, he's phenomenal. I think that's kind of like old news, if you would, as far as like.
But they always run behind.
Whirlwind is just, you can't say enough good things about that album. I think that album was phenomenal. Another one of those when you thought Lainey Wilson couldn't get any better, like she drops that Whirlwind album and it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, come on, girl, give everybody else a chance here.
Right.
I do definitely want Cold Beer and Country Music to win this, but I'm going with Morgan Wallen on this one because, like you said, the sheer volume of just absolute great songs, and nobody does that. If he doesn't get male vocalist of the year, I think then you got to kind of give it up. Like, give him one of these. So I'm gonna go with Morgan Wallen on album of the year.
He's certainly deserving of it, and yeah. I'd be hard pressed to say that anybody in that category is more deserving if you look at it by those metrics. The problem is they don't tell you what metrics they use, if any at all. Right. Or is this just a popularity contest within the labels and other artists? So
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. And that's I mean, like you said, kind of the horse racing, behind the scenes and stuff like that. I'm sure exactly that's what it is who can get the most. I mean, we talked about it before. Can't we become CMA members that we get to vote on it?
We could.
Because we're in the music industry, so
yeah.
We could, so we should probably do that.
We're members of the Michigan Music Awards.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah. All right, so on to the big one for the last one here. This is Entertainment of the Year. So drop.
You're having trouble talking tonight.
Must be the apple cider. Drop Zach Top out of the male vocalist of the year and add Lainey Wilson to it, and you pretty much got the exact same category. So Entertainer of the Year, Luke Combs, Kojo, Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, and Lainey Wilson. So again, dartboard, throw a dart. It's so hard to go against Stapleton. We've talked about this many a times.
I'm going to.
Huh?
I'm going to.
I'm going to as well. Go against Stapleton. As phenomenal as he is and a great entertainer, like he's that even playing field. I'm looking for somebody to jump above, to really like blow my mind. I think it's super cool what Morgan Wallen's doing right now on his walkouts. Like he's kind of becoming iconic for his walkouts. Had Joe Dirt walk out. He's had, many other Kid Rock. He's had many other, famous people doing his walkout with him. He's kind of becoming iconic, kind of like the LeBron James throwing the powder up in the air. Like that's kind of like their signature moves. That's super cool because that's like one of the greatest things in music right now is he's synonymous with the Morgan Wallen walkout.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for entertainment, like what's better than the greatest walkout of all time? Lainey Wilson. What?
Oh, I was saying, I'll tell you what's greater than that.
Oh, Lainey Wilson. I think she is one of the best performers that I've ever seen live. I think it's so super cool. She always does the cowgirl of the night where she brings up a young girl fan onto stage. My little brother actually is taking my two nieces to see her in November at Van Andel. And so Tosh is like getting a belt buckle and a belt for each of the girls because they got their cowgirl boots and their cowgirl hats. And we're like, well, you need the belt buckle too. And so I was like, you're going to be cowgirl of the night, which they have no clue what that is. So I told them. So super cool what she does by bringing people on stage. So super
girls, you can follow in Uncle Jesse's footsteps and be cowgirl of the night.
Yeah. Yeah. Luke Holmes is just, he's one of those where it's kind of Stapleton, like guaranteed to have a great performance. But we've seen every one of these artists perform live, most of them multiple times. There's still nothing like a Kojo concert in real life. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He rides a fucking bull across that stage with the energy that he has and just the sheer entertainment value of a concert.
Yeah.
I'm going Cody Johnson.
I'm right there with you. When you were like, how do you go against Stapleton? You go against Stapleton with Kojo.
Yep.
I still if
you watch a Stapleton concert, he's kind of standing there and you're impressed by the volume of the lung capacity, the sounds that come out, the guitar playing. But you watch Kojo up there, and not only does he have that, he's freaking rodeoing the whole damn time.
Yeah, he entertains you.
Yeah,
more than just sings to you, and
Plus, he's got his knife on his belt all the time when he's out there on stage too.
What does that have to do with entertaining?
Because that's entertaining to me. I'm like, what kind of knife has he got there? Just that he wears it. Like, hey, he's a true cowboy. Always got your knife. Just like me, I always got a knife. I'm not allowed to bring him into the concert. Apparently, Kojo can though. So,
right?
What the hell?
Yeah. Well, I think
mine. I even hide mine in my pocket. You can't even see it. His is just right there on his belt for everybody to see.
Yeah, or you hide yours in the bushes outside and collect it afterwards.
Done that many times.
So yeah, I got to go with Kojo on this one. I think that this is going to be his year. I feel honestly like they're going to say, you know what, we need to recognize this dude because he has been killing it, not just in the last year. He's been killing it for a few years without any real major recognition. He gets it from the fans. He gets it from, people like us, that are podcasting or whatever. But, the CMA Awards is kind of like the big deal in the awards kind of arena. And I think that they're going to give him his recognition.
Yeah. Well, and he went up, the last few years that he's really been breaking out and like dominating. Every category that he was in, he was going against Jelly Roll, which they're like best friends.
Right.
And Kojo is so happy for Jelly Roll every time. But it was like Jelly Roll had 2 phenomenal years there where he was the biggest thing. Yeah. Literally the biggest thing. Not anymore. That's why he hadn't been nominated. He's not the biggest thing anymore. He's little.
Right. Yeah, he was pretty thin on the nominations too.
Very thin.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was going up against Jelly Roll every time, and it's like, God, Kojo should win, but Jelly Roll is right there, and so I think Jelly Roll was the it thing at the time. Kojo was the standard, Jelly Roll was the it. So now that Jelly Roll's thin on nominations, hopefully, they finally give Cody Johnson his due.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Yeah.
You know, what we need to do, we need to fix this. And we need to...
Take our knives into concerts?
No.
Oh.
No, we need to find a sponsor, a big sponsor, and we need to do the Y'all Need Music Awards. And we have our categories.
Yeah.
And we have rules for how you can be nominated in a category so that everyone knows what the expectation is.
Right.
And people can say, you know what, I can appreciate that because I know if I want to be nominated for this category, I need to do X, Y, and Z, not blow smoke up at somebody's ass at, some other label to get their people to vote for me.
Right. We can't be paid off. I mean, concert tickets go a long ways, though.
Meet and greets, backstage.
Meet and greets, backstage, tour buses.
Yeah. But no, we can't be bought off.
Not at all.
Can we trade it off?
Custom buck knives on our belts.
Yeah. Custom belt buckles.
Custom bell bottoms.
Yeah. Laney.
Shiny ones.
Yeah.
Skin tight.
Ooh. Nobody wants to see that.
I mean, we already talked about having the Y'all Need Music festival.
Which Boomtown Saints agrees that we should do.
Yep. And they'll come on it for sure. So
yeah.
I'm sure some of our other artists would too. So
yeah.
So we got the Y'all Need Music Festival. And then once we do that, then we're going to have the Y'all Need Music Awards.
Yeah. So if you got a lot of loot, hit your boys up.
You know it.
All right. Well, we almost wrapped this up in an hour.
Almost.
Not quite, but goals. We only went down the rabbit hole really once, so that's pretty successful.
Yeah. Not bad.
Yeah. So, at any rate, we're gonna wrap this one up, and we will catch.
Make sure you guys chime in 69 days and 20 seconds.
Yeah. No hours, no minutes.
No hours, no minutes.
15 seconds.
We're going to wrap this up, but you guys make sure that in 69 days, you check it out. We'll catch you next time. Y'all Need Music Podcast. 69 days exactly. Hit it up.
All right. We'll catch you guys later.